But he did give me he gave me a severance package, and I'd only been there for like 6 months, well, no, 8 months. I was like,
Oh, hello.
hey kittens, what's going on?
How's everyone doing? How's
How
it
y'all
going?
doing?
What's the gaga? What's the gag?
What's
What's the tea?
crack-a-lackin'? Where the Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend. Hey,
Hey,
eccentric.
eccentric.
All right, girls, so we got to get into it.
All right, well, wait a minute. So eccentric, if that information is not correct about the cruise, check with that one. But I sent you everything I had, so if it was more you need. But anyway, he was asking for information about the cruise.
We'll just add into the group.
I couldn't add him for some reason, but anyway, I'll try to add him in.
Oh,
but go ahead.
Yeah, and I need to update the information that's there anyway with the new ship. Oh my goodness! Look who joined.
Well.
Because every time I be asking him, it was like, "Did you watch the show?" He was like, "No,
he never watched the show.
Right?
He doesn't watch the show at all. I mean, come on.
But yet he's a super fan.
I mean,
oh girl, they should say, "Hey, Epic." Oh, okay, got it.
All right,
got it.
Right. I mean,
got
it.
Just, no. I'm not bitter.
It's all right.
I'm not bitter because if I was bitter, she'd be dead. Okay, there you go. All right, so
let's get into it.
Yes. So, how was your week? My week was good. So, but let me say,
and eccentric, I sent you an invitation to the group.
It was a busy week. So the week started because I remember I alluded to last week that I was going. Wow, he said, like I said, hey, Epic, love you too, girl. Mm-hmm. Be careful when we get in that pool. Hopefully it's not filled. It'll be like, go ahead into the pool. Mm-mm. Like, why is my arm sizzling? No, girl, that's just the bubbles.
I was about to say, wait a minute, because he can swim.
No, it's just the bubbles.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's you that can't. Okay, right.
No, girl, I mean, I'm good.
Listen,
but hey, bougie girl. So, the week since last week, so Thursday, had the conversation with the big boss, and he was like, hey, you're doing a great job, everything's wonderful, and blah, blah, blah. So are you still interested in coming on full time? I was like, of course, for the moment. And so he was talking, and then he was like, so are there any questions that you have? I was like, all right. So ironically, I said, I've been talking to a friend of mine who's a retired IT executive, and so we've been he's been helping me navigate some of these waters and stuff. And so I was like, the one thing that's important to me is that I'm going to be moving to Florida in the next 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, that's not even a problem.
I like the way this conversation started off.
Right. So, well, that was towards the end of the conversation because I'm dashing over all of the work stuff that we talked about, because he was like, so do you have any hesitations? Is there anything that you want to talk about? I was like, so the only hesitation that I have is that I plan to be moving to Florida in the next couple of years. So he was like, oh, that's not a problem at all. Less people, more and more people are working remotely, and the kind of work that we do can be done anywhere. And so, that's all good. And so I was like, okay, that's good to hear. And then I said,
essential, hey boo.
And then before that, I had been talking about, me
getting
oh, well, we'll get to that part, because if that's not right, I mean, I can say a contractor. So, and then, move on. But he was talking about the PMP. He was like, that's becoming less of a requirement too. But until they say it's not a requirement anymore, I'm still going
to go and do it.
But
that's
just going to make me more marketable. So it takes it's study. It ain't.
No, it is.
It's work.
But there's a lot of intuition that you already have and experience that you already have. So
that was that. Although today, over the past couple of days, it's the same group of people. Fucking around and doing bullshit. And today we was in this big meeting and he was just saying shit. And like other people, like one of my fraternity brothers, I realized is the manager for corporate real estate, for one of the managers for corporate real estate, was like, how they not know this stuff? And I was like, they know it, or they're in a position to know it. They're just showing that they haven't been paying attention at all for at least the past 4 months since I've been here. So I told, no, this isn't the black guy. Luckily, this is Birdman that was, acting foolish in the meeting. And so they do this thing at Amtrak where I'll ask them a question, or a question is being asked, and they'll be asked for their review. And they'll say, a new version of this is coming down the pipe. Then when the question is, when is that happening? Oh, it's just coming down the pipe because, the girls never want to be locked into a thing. But so this was the conversation I had with the boss. I was like, we, meaning you, need to make them understand that if I ask you a question, and I always break it down to baking a cake. If I tell you we're going to bake a cake and the question is this the right kind of flour? And you say, oh, we're coming out with a new kind of flour in about 2 years. So we need to plan for that. No, girl, the contract right now is to bake this cake with this kind of flour right now. So you need to answer the question based on this kind of flour. Right. Now, if we make a change, then we will deal with that at that time. But you can't keep saying, I can't give you an answer because we're working on a new standard.
Right.
And so that's that. So, yeah, I was a little super annoyed today. But my boss was super annoyed, too. So together, then we were talking to the big boss and it was like, girl, we just can't keep doing this. And, my big boss, he's a nice guy, but it feels like he's allowed himself to be outmaneuvered by these other people because they'll start talking and then he'll get like lost in the sauce, and they'll start talking and he'll find himself in a position of just like agreeing and stuff. And we're sitting in the background like, no, nigga, you're supposed to be like forcing the issue. And you like, okay, yeah, I guess we will.
Or he's just not interested at all. And he's just like, fuck it.
It's not that he's not interested at all. It's just that he, yes, Seven, we can see you. He doesn't want to be confrontational. Hey, so he doesn't want to be
Mrs. Sugar Snap. Is that my cousin?
Oh.
Is that my cousin? Is Sugar Snap? Is that you, cuz? Going into and pop.
Yes, bougie girl. I am in the PMO. I am in charge of the girls for 2 of the sites. So, I am that person. And once I become an employee, I'm gonna be managing some of the people on our team.
Wait a minute.
Some fucking heads are gonna roll.
All right, so wait a minute. We're gonna take a quick pause real quick. I need everybody in the group to say hello to my cousin, Mrs. Sugar Snap. I haven't talked to her in quite some time, and we talked the other day, and I was so excited. Now, I say that she's my cousin because we have some same family members in the same area that we grew up in and that all of our families are from. So we don't know who the common cousin is, but we have the names.
Close enough.
But that's a cousin. So hey, Sugar Snap.
Hey, Sugar Snap.
Go on.
And so that's that. So that's work stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a good weekend this week, and Lynx is on. Listen, we got the whole gang. The gang's all
we got
here.
Lynx here. We got 7 here. We got my cousin is Sugar Snap. What
Yeah,
is going
so
on? Best friend is here, eccentric.
I
bougie.
know. So
What
it's
is
a
going
lot. I
on?
love it. I love it. I love it.
And Papa showed up. What is
And
that?
Papa.
What
I
is
know.
that? Like,
Right.
oh, okay.
So Friday we went to see what is his name? Jason
The
Banks.
the YouTube guy.
Uh-huh.
Not YouTube.
He is
Instagram,
TikTok.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the one with the son, the son who is like gay and his
But it's always
his
a
good friend,
distorted face
his
and all that
distorted
stuff. Yeah.
face, and his friend Blind Adam. So we went to see him at Arlington Cinema and Draft House, and he's skinny and light skinned. So I was trying to sit in the front and be like, like Jason.
Which I wasn't ready.
Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Hey. Exactly, 7. And he's 6'2", so he is tall and slim. So we get there. Now, I have never been to Arlington. First of all, there's a spot in the next block called Acme Pie Shop. Do you like key lime pie?
I do like key lime pie. But Acme Pie Shop? That sounds like it was a backdrop on the Roadrunner. Like,
well, yes. But so I bought 3 of the small pies. So the blackbird,
so he cute and smart.
Exactly, cute and smart.
Oh God.
So I got the blackberry pie is gone. They got the key lime. Now this is the side.
Wait, hold on, stop. You're saying you got the blackberry pie that's gone and it's no longer here with us, or you saying that you have some other sort of pie here with you in the studio somewhere?
There's more pie here.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Upstairs in the Gay Boy Mansion.
Okay, I just want to
in the refrigerator.
Meghan Markle
in the upstairs refrigerator in the Gay Boy Mansion. So it's a key lime pie. It is dusted with a little sugared coconut, but you can get past that. And then there's apple pie too. So, but then back to this. Have you ever been to Arlington Cinema and Draft House?
If I have, it's been a very long time ago, but I don't remember.
So I walked in and she's.
Bitch, what? Bitch, what?
So, they didn't have like regular seating.
Bitch, what are you trying to say?
It was like Office Depot had a closeout on office chairs, like the kind that, with the, you press the, like that. So that was all of the chairs in the spot, and they had little tables set up. The food was uniformly terrible. Uniformly terrible.
Okay. All right.
Like nasty. But the comedy ranged from terrible to not bad to good. Terrible was the host, this white guy, this British white guy who was
not miscreant bougie over the pie. Come on.
And then the opening act was this black guy who was kind of funny, but then Jason was very funny, but I also discovered that he's married with 2 kids and a third on the way. So
okay.
And so still I was like, Jason! No, I didn't. So then Saturday, what did I do Saturday during the day? I worked on LLC stuff. Saturday night, our brother Centaur from Atlanta was in town with his best friend. Exactly, best friend. He could get it. I would climb that 6'2".
Okay, all right.
He is very attractive to me. You used to see him up close. Now, we didn't get to see him up close, but like when you see him on TikTok or whatever,
I mean,
you know what? He looks almost exactly like my ex, the dude that's in that picture.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because like I don't.
He got that cue ball Megamind head.
He's not unattractive. Oh God.
He looked like a light-skinned Megamind with a beard.
It's either Megamind or what was the Martian name with the helmet on and the
Gazoo? Yeah, because Gazoo ain't cute. Megamind was cute.
Okay, all right.
But anyway.
Okay.
So So Centaur and his best friend was out because it was the best friend's birthday weekend.
Okay.
So he came to DC and they was doing it. They was getting it in. It was like, we're gonna go to the African American History Museum. We're gonna go to the spa. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do dinner. We're gonna go to the club. We're going to the other club.
After you do that, but you are tired because
they didn't do that because they drank a lot. So there was a lot that didn't happen because they were drinking. But their plans were flexible. They had an Airbnb over in Eastern Market and everything.
Okay.
So they were like, meet me at the Mirror. And I was like, what the fuck is the Mirror? I'd never heard of the Mirror before. But fine.
Yeah.
The Mirror is a speakeasy. Now, I've never been to a speakeasy before. No. Because I don't really go to a lot of clubs like that.
We went to that bar night in Philly. Didn't we go to over to the
That ain't a fucking that's the bike stop.
We went to the bikes, but I thought we went somewhere else afterwards.
That was just a big gay club.
No. This was in West, if I remember correctly, this was in West Philly. Because there's a speakeasy in West Philly that's still open to this day that you go in. It looks like a house. So I could have swore we went over there.
Not that I can recall.
Okay.
And maybe we did, and I just don't remember.
Or maybe I'm confusing that time with something else.
So we get there. They had just gotten there because they was taking the time getting the check and everything from the restaurant that they went to. Who was
Kenny Mack?
Yeah, because Jason Banks was there for a couple of days. He was there like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
So like I saw other people who had gone other nights and stuff. Kenny Mock, yeah. So we got there. So I went to the address, and so at street level, so speakeasy, club from the 20s, Prohibition. It was a secret club. So it don't just say club.
Right.
It's, you gotta be like, it's like a library, and you got to pull the book that says The Great Gatsby, and you pull that book, and the whole bookcase swing out, and then you go into the club. Well, this spot is called the Mirror. So at street level, the address is whatever it was, 1413 K Street. So it was like a bank or something.
Okay.
But then there was some stairs that led to like an English basement kind of situation below street level. And I look, and the glass on the outside is cracked, like someone had busted the glass. Because remember, it's a speakeasy. It's supposed to be like the police supposed to pass it by because you're supposed to go. But I saw 1,000 people going down that way, so clearly that's where the spot was. So you walk. No, you cannot be naked in a speakeasy. I'm gonna stop answering Seven's.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know what that's what we're ready to do.
I'm not going to engage.
Seven, you are.
Yeah. So you open that door, and then all you see is a mirror. So there's like a wall, right? And then it's just a mirror, like that mirror that I have upstairs with the ornate framing around it. And it's not even clear exactly how you got to go through the mirror. Then hits the name, the Mirror. So you grab the mirror, which is the door, and then it pulls towards you, and then you walk through into just this dark ass club. And it's dark, like dark.
This is on where? 14th
K Street. It's actually, where the park on 14th Street is? It's right there on K Street, like a half a block away. It's in the middle of that block on K Street.
Okay.
And it's so dark. So like they tell you they don't, it's purposely dark in there because I guess the ambiance or whatever. So they tell you they don't want you to use the light on your, like the flashlight.
Right.
You're supposed to use the screen on your phone, turn up the brightness on your screen, some bullshit. And it was like 1,000 people in there. So I was already over it because half of them were women. And you know how women, and listen, nothing against women, but you just don't generally encounter this in gay clubs, and especially not Black gay clubs, where they're trying to impress the men or whatever. So they do a lot of hair tossing and stuff. And like a couple of times like this, there was a woman in front of me and just like swing her hair. And I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, there's someone behind you, and I don't necessarily want a face full of
your COVID hair.
Your hair, exactly. Because I don't know when the last time was that you washed that shit.
Hey, Abby.
So anyway, so we get there, we're having a conversation, and I'm saying to them, this is a very heterosexual place. And because again, They had just been looking. Remember, they're not, neither of them are from DC. They didn't consult with anybody
Right.
before DC. So they're just finding shit on TikToks. And because as soon as we got into it, I realized I had seen this spot on TikTok. Because, you know, it was like, it's almost like Stefan on Saturday Night Live. Are you looking for a fun place to go in DC? Go to the Mirror. It's got everything. Broken glass, super dark lights, bitches throwing hair in your face. And expensive motherfucking drinks. So you've known me long enough.
This is how you fuck up a whole great evening about a motherfucking expensive ass drink. Let's start with that. But go ahead.
You know, you've known me long enough. What is my drink of choice on a cruise?
On a cruise is going to the Alchemy bar.
No, the drink of choice.
Oh, well, it depends. It'll be either a vodka and cranberry, or if it'd be like a mimosa if it's in the morning. So it just kind of depends.
It was a lemon drop. Remember the whole lemon
vodka,
drop?
Yes.
So I said, I was going to, because, you know, of course, they've got all these fancy bullshit, you know, cocktails with names and shit on it. But then I saw lemon drop. So I was like, great, lemon drop. So he was like, do you want a lemon drop shot or do you want a lemon drop martini? I was like, I'm not 12 anymore. I don't need to do shots.
Give me a martini.
I want a whole martini. So I get this lemon drop martini and this bitch gives me this bill. That's for one drink.
No, this says 2.
They considered it 2 shots because of the martini, but that's for one drink. Even if it was for one drink, that's a lot.
This says 2 at this amount each. That's what it says.
Either way.
But that was just your drink.
Just my drink. So, you know, they give me the drink and, you know, you like.
No, this was not a specific beauty sponsor.
It was not at all. So we're drinking. And I'm like, this is tasty. This is tasty. And then he puts the bill down. $35.20 for one drink. Girl.
Listen, this will be me with that cup. I'll be from here.
I was about to stick my finger down my throat and spit all this shit back into the glass and be like, girl, you could have all of this back. But I paid for it. But then I was like, oh, well, one, I said to Centaur and his friend, I was like, how much longer are we ready to stay? She was like, girl, just until we finish this drink because these drinks are expensive as hell. And they were like, yeah. I was like, yeah, with these expensive ass drink prices, no, girl, I'm never coming back here again. There was nothing about that spot.
You got me.
You know, the parking is, I mean, because it's downtown on K Street. So the parking was insane.
$35, baby boy.
Right. So
exactly.
The parking was insane. It was dark as shit in the club. It was way too many people. It was too heterosexual and too colonizer-y. Because, you know, that's the thing that, you know, bored colonizers do now. You know, they can't just go to a regular club. So it's got to be some gimmick or some hook. So it's a speakeasy. But there was literally nothing about this club that made it special. So it wasn't like it's all 20s themed. So like it wasn't like the music was 20s themed or the bartenders were dressed in 20s theme or the
Wait a minute. Jesus made it with the penis.
Exactly. It wasn't, there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing about that joint
Mufasa,
that made it worth a $35 drink. Luckily, there was no cover charge to get in the girl. So then we drove to Baltimore. What was the name of that spot?
The name of the spot is I'll tell you in a second. It is boom da boom da boom boom da boom da boom boom da boom da boom.
Big booty hoes, up with it.
Central Bar and Nightclub.
Baby, so thank you. Because we was talking about hanging out. And so the music, the drink was good. But was it $35 good?
Let me stop you right here.
It absolutely
Let me stop you right here. There are very, very, very few drinks that I'm willing to buy for $35 that cannot be good.
Because, bitch, if it was bad, then we would have had a real problem.
If I'm spending $35 for a drink, it better be fucking amazing. Like, there's even a place in DC where they actually do the whole drink experience with the top and the smoke and
that was
dry
it.
ice
There
and all
was
that type of stuff.
nothing
Like,
about
all of
the
that.
drink. It wasn't exactly. It was not a drink.
Go to the manor. The manor. Okay,
Right.
Well, is that bougie? Is that what I'm talking about with all these drinks and stuff and how they do all this extra stuff?
I heard that. She said y'all/we. And listen, I'm 100% down. Now that COVID is, now that we can start hanging out a little bit. Listen, we're gonna plan on that. Okay. So
I'm fine with that.
But yeah, if it had been like a drink experience, then you say you're paying $35 for like the thing. But bitch, if you're just going to give me a drink in an unsugared martini glass, because every lemon drop I've had usually got sugar on the rim.
Y'all and something. This penis of Jesus. What is wrong with y'all?
Y'all are crazy.
Oh my God.
So anyway, we went to Baltimore, and this club, first of all, it's in the area. They call it the flea market district or something.
Antique row. Antique row.
Girl, first of all, every place in Baltimore looks like the set of The Wire to me.
Let me explain something to you. And Philadelphia and Baltimore are the exact same thing. So when I drive down the streets of Baltimore, I swear to God, I feel like I'm in Philadelphia all the time, because all I need to do is just put the address to my grandmother's house here, the address to my to my other grandmother's house here. It's the same, and the way shit is done is the same.
Yeah,
and it annoys the shit out of me.
Baby, I am not usually that bitch, I need to roll up my windows and lock my doors kind of person. But as we were driving through Baltimore, I was like, oh no. I mean, the windows was up because it was cold outside, but I was just like, girl,
listen, Sugar Snap, yes, we are talking about that city. Yes, we are. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we got in the spot, and it wasn't any hassle, but it was definitely worth the drive. The music, so it felt like, it felt a little, what it felt like? It felt like Club Ziosco. It felt like Club Z. It was giving Club Z with the music.
So no. I'm gonna say no on that, because Club Ziosco, for me, well,
I'm not saying it's very dark downstairs. I'm really talking about the ambiance of the upstairs of the music and the people, not the.
So I thought the music,
the surroundings of the club.
No, I got
you.
It was. But the music for me, and granted, I was there the week prior, but the music was not quite there. It reminded me of the upstairs of the Mill back in the day when
they used to play house music upstairs and hip hop on the main level.
It was when they played house music downstairs, and upstairs was just the lounge. It was like the meat market where all the
it wasn't like that at all.
But I'm saying that's what the music that they would play up there at that particular point in time. That's what it reminded me of.
Well, no, they played downstairs. You walked in. The downstairs was just a lounge,
right?
And it's apparently a restaurant,
right? And the food is actually not bad from what I hear.
And then so you go upstairs, and it wasn't packed. But it was a
and it's a
crowd.
Weird shape.
It was a cute crowd. So it's really like
and there's another loft up there.
There's a loft, but there wasn't nobody going up there. So so the music was good. The drinks was cheap. The drinks was like $5, and they weren't the meal drinks, but they were quite tasty.
Let me tell you something. When I went, because my drink of choice is Tennessee Honey Straight. Baby, she poured that thing, and I was like, "Bitch, that's it. That's all. Can I have another one, please?"
Right. Because it was only like $5, so
I was like, "Just give it to me." I was like, "Girl, I'm good."
And I'm spending $35 for the drink. It was whatever.
Yeah, but it was cute. Now, but the music for me, because listen, anybody that know me, especially circa anywhere between 1990, whatever, and even up to now, if the music is good, bitch, I can clear a floor out.
Yes,
I can't clear that floor out. Because the music,
the music was giving. It was giving what it's supposed to be.
Because when we went and we were hanging out in Atlanta at the Mix, I think it was.
Yes,
bitch. No, we kind of cleared the floor out. That was
it wasn't quite that level.
It wasn't, but it was.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
And so the funny thing, we were talking about this before the show, is that I walked in and I was like, "Oh, girl, look at all these old bitches in the club." And then I realized I was like,
"You're like, bitch, I am that." Oh, like what?
We're all the same age in here.
Like, okay.
And I finally became, and so I had a flashback to going to the Mill or the Fireplace or the Delta when I was 27 and be like, I do not want to be 50 years old and still in the club. And here I am, 50 years old, hoping that I can make it to 75 and still be in the club. But you know what? I still got it, baby. I still got it.
When I tell you, I remember saying very clearly, by the time I turn 40, I will not be hanging out at the club.
Right. Well, here we are. So I totally enjoyed Central. What is it now?
The Central.
I had the flyer saved. So I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, I'm going every weekend because I am not making that drive.
No,
to
that
Baltimore
drive up Central Bar
every
nightclub
weekend. It's not even the drive up that's bad. It's that drive home when you are ready to go to bed at 2:00 in the morning.
Because at
and
12
you are
o'clock,
done.
When I left after having a very long day, I was driving home and I was literally like,
right. And so, right. And that just feels like opportunities for,
all types of wrong.
Right. And so, yeah. So we might go like once every month or two or something
and
like that.
It's cute. So if you're in the DMV area, you go up to the Central Bar. It's really cute. It's thrown by one of the kids that I knew from, we all knew. Well, not all of us knew, but a lot of people knew him from back in the day. Vernon. It's a Vernon Smith production or whatever. He used to throw parties or whatever. And so I'm
big guy, tall.
Dark skin with the gray streak.
Yeah. Because I thought at first he was hitting on me.
He very well could have. He very well could have been.
You've seen my type. Jason Banks is my type.
He is the opposite of in every
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but that's not the type
tall,
for you.
Skinny, cue ball head. This was a cuddly, round, very nice person.
Oh, yeah.
But it just turns out he was trying to give us his card for his catering and all that.
But he does, yes. But
so it was cool. So definitely we'll go back. And so Sunday we were supposed to go to this place called King Spa.
Yes.
So if you've ever been to Spa World, it's a Korean spa. So that basically means it's segregated by gender. So there's men's and women's sides. And when you're in the inside segregated part where they have the different kinds of pools and the dry sauna and the hot sauna, you're completely naked in that part. Then they give you the little pajamas, and then they have these other therapy rooms. Like they have a gold therapy room where the whole room is covered in gold foil. And they got the salt room. Then they got the cold room, which is like an igloo. And then the cool thing, I know, right? Every time I go to that spot, I like, just for shits and giggles, walk into the cold room
and then walk right back out.
Because you're just literally in pajamas. So it's like, why the fuck would I'm moving to Florida to get away from the cold. So why would I want to spend some time? Exactly. The old lady in the movie Studio 54. Exactly.
You know what?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And don't die in the club. Oh my God. That is so awful. Oh my God. I felt so bad.
Listen, not only do you die in the club, but that's the one time you decide to do like a bump or something.
Oh my God. And isn't that what happened to her in the movie?
I think so. He's like,
oh my God.
Old bitch dies in the club. Toxicology report shows that she was full of cocaine.
Oh my God. And you just sitting there like, just don't let my grandkids
all of your friends is like, who knew the Dominion was a cokehead?
Oh my God. See, that'll be across the news. Like,
exactly.
Dominion's a cokehead. Like, that's what it is.
Exactly.
It'd be like, that's not what happened.
But after hanging out with my boo on Friday, I went with best friend and other friend, who we can say his name now. So I went with best friend and DJ. DJ has signed the release.
Bitch, I don't know nothing about no damn DJ, bitch. All I know is motherfucking Daryl Hannah. Okay. Daryl Hannah, bitch! Daryl Hannah, bitch! That's who I know. I don't know DJ. I mean, I did know, I met DJ and all that good stuff, but I know Daryl Hannah.
So it was me, best friend, and Daryl Hannah that went to the spot. So that wasn't tiring, but that was that evening. Then busy with LLC stuff all day. Then going to two clubs and driving to and from Baltimore. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing the spa on Sunday. Because the main thing that I was excited about was, one, the food. Because it looked like they had really good food there. Because they had like ramen. They had the whole gamut. You could get like chicken wings, hot dogs, hamburgers, ramen noodle bowls, teriyaki, all kinds of stuff. And it all looked really good. And I had seen TikToks that said the food was decent. But this one, unlike Spa World, which is all indoors, King Spa also has an outdoor pool. Now you got to have your clothes on.
Yeah, I remember
for the outdoor pool. So you got to have a bathing suit. Yeah. But they've got it's like a little adult amusement park because you can't be. I think you
Bougie girl, shut the hell up. Shut up.
So that was my weekend. So how was your weekend? All right,
My
and,
weekend.
let's do this.
Yeah, my
Turn our
weekend
chairs
was
towards us a little bit.
My weekend was weekendy. Like I can't really say anything else other about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
What'd you do? Who you do? Who did you do?
I didn't do anyone. This weekend.
You did yourself?
Yes, I did. I did myself.
Okay. Very good.
But
and
I didn't do
your
anything.
Hand too.
Well, I mean, you've shaken my hand several times. Like what the fuck? Shit. But anyway, so nothing really went on. But I was so this weekend.
First
I was
of all,
so fucking happy.
Where'd you get this shirt from, and why don't I have one?
Child, first of all, this is a free T-shirt from the JOB, and that the only reason I have it on right now is because I didn't want to keep the other one on. What's this?
I'm not saying I want your shirt, but I want a shirt. 3X.
Okay, I'll find one. Anyway, actually,
is this school an HBCU?
It is not, but it is at the same time.
It is because of the clientele, if not the actual designation.
I was trying to be nice, but in any event,
all right. So your weekend.
So my weekend, but I was really looking.
So you jerked off several times. Okay.
Well, not several, multiple, but not several. But the thing is, I was trying multiple
to several.
Well, they're synonyms, but they're not the same.
Okay.
But anyway, so here's the thing. I was looking forward to the weekend because it was just downtime, do nothing.
Yes.
That was the first thing. Like
this
job
lean into that shit. Lean into doing nothing.
That's what I'm trying to do. This job has it's the travel to and from, which is really not that bad.
Speaking of which,
it's not that bad.
Apartments.
I'll come to that in a second.
Okay.
So it's not that bad, but it's enough. But I find that when I get home, I try to do all of my conversations in the morning versus even at night when I'm coming home. But when I go in the house and I close the door,
oh girl,
I don't want to do nothing else.
I work at home. I'm
trying to not do any of that. Like,
not to interrupt your story, but I told the big boss when we were having the conversation, and the boss, it was like, girl, y'all got me from 8 to 5.
Yeah.
Like today, we had a meeting. It was 5 o'clock. I was like, all right, because we're in the middle of this shit, I'm gonna let this go. But at 5:30, literally, they were in the middle of something. I'd already done my part when we started at 4:30. I was like, click. No, girl.
Yeah,
I don't respond to emails on the weekend and at night.
I'm
none of that stuff now. Because nothing that we deal with, you or I deal with, is an emergency.
It's not. And in my particular office, because I've set the motherfucking schedule, but I digress.
Are you out of that game now? I thought you said your old girl was doing that.
But I've still set the schedule. The schedule is still running, which is what the fuck I set up. So whether you change it or not, how it's divided up and who's on it, that's me. But in any event, but I was just looking forward to just doing absolutely nothing. And part of my nothing was sleeping in late, which I'm now having a problem with because I'm up at 5:45 in the morning to go to work. So now I'm not sleeping past like 9 o'clock, which is a bit annoying. I was gonna say, however, not just necessarily melatonin, but if I have my good self a good piece of edible, then I sleep a little bit later.
But not too much of the edible.
It's not too much of that, but I'm just saying.
Like, I wonder what color red that is. Is that red or is that blue red? Is that purple red? Do I normally talk this much about sleep? Am I really that high?
But so I did a little bit of that, and I was good. But also this weekend, one of the reasons why I actually did not go to King's Spot was because I've been working with this realtor on trying to find something. And the realtor was for a couple of different reasons. I wasn't quite sure if I was at this place if I want to buy or if I want to rent. And not to mention that I'm just not necessarily ready financially to kind of pull things together and do that.
Yeah, but when you rent through a realtor, you got to pay them a fee.
Well, no, this realtor, in normal circumstances, you probably will, but this realtor is a friend of mine. And so she knows specifically what I'm looking for. So she's like, so she's doing it at her own pace. Yeah. And so when I tell you this is now March, we started this like in December, January.
Sure.
So she's just kind of like, here's a couple.
Right. She fits it in when she can.
Yeah. And that's fine. And I'm not even mad at her because I'm not in a rush because I can't beat what I have right now for what I'm paying. However, there's this thing where I'm just feeling
two other dudes.
Yeah. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I want to kind of be myself.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm thinking about. And but so I looked at some apartments and I'm getting annoyed with the fact that adulting is hard, but then on top of that, I gotta pay for this shit. What? Like I gotta spend my money too? Like, oh God. And I feel like for what I'm spending or what I think I'm going to be spending, like I don't want to spend $2,000 on something to rent a month. I don't want to do that. But then again, I also know that you get what you pay for in a certain sense.
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay, all right.
Because the girls be like, oh, I thought that said HBCU. Less interested in the shirt now, so I saw that it said BCC, and then I looked at the shirt closely, and I said, oh, that says BCC. BCCC strong.
But we're not doing we're not doing any advertisements for them at all.
No. I read this real fast and I thought that said HBCU strong. And I was like, oh, I want a shirt that says HBCU strong. I know. So you can cancel my request. All right. So please finish your story.
So that was the extent of the weekend, but it kind of spilled over.
But did you find any prospects?
Saw some stuff that was interesting, and I don't know if I really want to do that.
I feel like you aren't. You keep saying, "Oh, Hyattsville is close, girl." From Hyattsville to where you are is still like a good hour, and that is without traffic. I feel like you shouldn't be looking anything. You should be looking in Columbia.
Well, but here's the thing: the majority of my time is spent in the DC area, so I'm not getting ready to keep going back and forth.
Yes, but the reason that you're moving is because of this commute to Baltimore.
That is correct. However, I am not trying to be in a place where I don't even want to fucking hang out around where I'm at. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to hang in a neighborhood of someplace that I'm just there. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to get back.
You'll do what's best for you. But if it was me, I would be looking in Columbia. And so my mind.
But that's on my list of places.
Yeah. But again, like in
the Laurel area in particular.
Or like Arundel Mills. Now, Arundel Mills, there's no infrastructure around. It's just Arundel Mills. There are houses.
But the Laurel part is fine. Like that's where I saw stuff at. But again, where I was specifically, when I was looking at these apartments, I was kind of like, are there Black people here? I was like, what? What's going on? And it's not a bad thing, but I was like, well, baby, we're like, what? I felt like I was in like small town USA, but it was quiet. So I'm
Laurel is very that. I mean, you can be in Laurel and forget that you were in the DC metro area.
Exactly. So I enjoyed that, but I also
you be hearing Deliverance playing and shit.
Listen, but you know, I don't have time for that. You know, I don't have no time for that shit. Girl, that could be a very short-lived series right there for me. But you know, other than that, it was cool. I mean, I just did a lot of
imagine the dream. You know, you got this cute little building that you got to be buzzed into with the little party room and stuff. And when your Amazon packages come, it just get delivered to the front door to the little Amazon package room, and you get all of that. That's cute.
That is
so for like $2,200 a month.
That is very cute, but those are not going to be $2,200 of my dollars. I'm not spending that type of money. I'm just not doing it.
Okay.
And I'm definitely not by myself. We're not doing that.
Okay.
And I don't want to live with nobody.
All right.
So, you know, I'm just trying to play that delicate balancing act of what I want. Of what I want versus
Trayvon's looking for some.
Of what I want versus what I want.
Travis is looking for.
Why is Travis? I cannot.
Because No, not me and him.
I got it. I just had to catch it. But anyway, I'm just trying to look for a delicate balance again. So, and that's what I'm looking forward to for this weekend also. I'm looking forward to absolutely doing nothing, but I do have a DNA appointment set up for this weekend. I was actually supposed to go down to the Pork's place down in the Carolinas to go pick up some pork products, but that's not going to happen. You know, we take this trek down to North Carolina to go get to the pork house to go get the.
Why have I never heard of this?
Oh,
see,
sorry.
See the girls. You think you friends with the girls, and then they tell you
wait. Hold on.
Brand new.
Didn't you just tell me you went somewhere this weekend and last weekend too,
bitch?
No,
bitch. No.
I heard nothing about the Golden Girls. I heard nothing about the Alexandria Chop House, whatever the fuck you just went to. I heard nothing about that. I heard about King Spot because you told me about that. But bitch, all the other shit, I heard nothing about this. I heard nothing about this shit right here. Nothing.
First of all, the slave invited me to the Golden Girls thing and bought the tickets. Best friend invited me to go see Jason Banks and bought the tickets. So
that's how we doing it, best friend? That's how we doing it. Okay.
I guess that is how that's
That's
done.
how we.
But anyway, so your little
okay.
so your little pork house. So what y'all do? Go down like to a farm and
It's actually the slaughterhouse. You go down there. They have everything fresh cut, fresh taken out. You
that's
purchase
a
it.
long ass way to go.
Yeah.
Fight.
But we take it, put it on ice, drive it back, and then that's
Mm-hmm.
it. But they have these great sausages, which are really good. These sausage links that are like spicy and mild. They're really good. That's what I really like.
That
so
sounds
with
like something fun to do, but clearly you don't want to invite me. So okay. So
Well, if you'd like to go, you can take my spot. Because it's
What?
not just me. It was other people that were going, but you can take my
other
spot.
people we know.
Yeah. You can take my spot if you want. I'll tell you.
No, I don't. I'm not that pressed.
Oh Lord. So that's kind of what I was looking forward
Epic
to.
is my good. See, Hiccup Spash trying to start shit. I thought Epic was your best friend.
Right. Let's listen to this explanation. Go ahead. We're listening. Go ahead. We were listening. We're all waiting on pins and needles. Go ahead. Start with.
I have what I have 4 or 5 people that I consider really, really good friends. That is Volt, Epic, Papa. Volt, Epic, and Papa are probably my 3 best buddies.
I want you all to listen to the words that are coming out of his mouth. Do you hear this shit?
And then there is the best buddies, the best Judies, and then and Lynx is probably right in there with that group too. Then there is best friend. Me and best friend have
There was a surprise witness that just came into the courtroom. Ladies and your honor, I'd like to bring to the stand. I'd like to bring to the stand Wolf Thor. Please come to the stand to talk about this. Please.
Oh, and here come Mufasa with some shit to say too.
Oh, Mufasa, that we have a second guest appearance. Mufasa,
right.
Please come to the stand for this court hearing.
Me and best friend have been friends since we went to this book club. Remember there used to be that little organic tea shop across the street from the fireplace?
Yes.
We went to this black gay.
And it really wasn't organic. It was just
It was not. It was just
a
motherfuckers.
They was giving you Lipton tea bags with a different label. That's what
exactly. That's all it was.
Motherfuckers.
But we were both invited to a black gay book club at that location. This was like in 2001.
I think I remember that, but I'm trying to remember. I didn't go. I didn't participate.
Well,
but I think it was someone that I knew that put that together.
The reason. So, best friend and I actually sort of like read the fucking book, and because it's fucking book club.
What was the book?
I don't remember. It was like that's almost 20 years ago. It literally is 21 years ago at this point.
All right.
But it was some gay book. Maybe it was like James Earl Hardy or some shit like that. But none of the other dudes in the club read the book. So like me and him were talking about the books and we had like vibes off of each other. And so we've always just been, together like that.
Cousin, do you hear this shit? I appreciate you tuning in tonight, but do you hear this shit? But okay, I'm sorry. I digress. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, Cortez is also a friend. And Mufasa is
Thor. I mean, I'm sorry, Wolf Thor. Can we get you to come down? I'm just discombobulated. We need you to be on the stand.
Well,
please.
I think that me and best friend went to the book club specifically because it was a book club. And I remember I told you that around the time I turned 30, I decided that I didn't want to have friends in my life with whom I had nothing in common but being black and gay. So I was purposely looking for things that I could do with black gay men, but it wasn't in the club. It wasn't just about sex or whatever. I am best friend and
Eccentric,
a few other.
Are you starting? See, this is what it is. You see everybody starting shit. Eccentric. So we just got cool. Eccentric. Now you gonna bring this shit up again? That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing.
And eccentric, you are right. But so to close out this piece, I think what it was that they were there. It was like a hookup sort of meetup group, and neither me or best friend were particularly interested
for that.
in that. So.
Okay. All right. Well.
Oh, child. Oh, now here she come. Sis, I guess I'll just move to New Jersey instead. Bitch, if you don't bring your ass back to DC.
Right. Just come on. Are you?
Well, that is not an announcement.
Yeah, no.
That is not an announcement. So.
Wait
a minute, Savant. Wolf, don't be starting no shit.
Wolf, could you
with the multiple degrees?
DM me your message, please. Meghan Markle, we leave Meghan Markle alone. But
he's the one that says, "Epic, who are your besties?"
He said, "Who are your besties?" Well, so let me say this, and I've said this several times. I have a best friend in Baltimore, and I have a best friend who's like my best friend / son in Philadelphia. So those are the besties. However, Bougie, you starting too? That's what we're doing. I just got you back on the list because we passed the 15th of February. We already passed that.
Speaking of which, Bougie girl, did you get part 1 of your gift? You can just say yes or no in the comments.
I guess
we did the
okay.
I did that and they had something else.
Okay, but I was okay. Yeah. I was like okay. But then also I have
come on, get your story straight.
I have my Bristas in the area.
So who are your Bristas?
My Bristas consist of Dominion, as well as Maximus, as well as 007, Gray, Deviant, Spectre.
Yes, Bougie girl. It was one of those 2 emails that you gave me when I asked you the question. I don't want to put your email out like that, but remember when I messaged you on Facebook?
Okay. And then we have and then we have those people that I adore, which are your Papas, your Savants, your Zeuses, your so I have a couple different categories. So
good, Bougie girl. So there's a part 2 to that's still coming. So you and the husband about to eat good for the next year.
So yeah, so that's kind of how that goes. But here's the difference, and I'm gonna say here's the difference. Here's the thing. If any of the people that I named call me for something, they get priority.
That's true.
So that's just at the end of the day, that's just where it is. So I mean, that's kind of where we are.
I appreciate you.
I know.
So what did anything else fun happen this weekend?
Yeah, no, not really. I was just
and
really
so purposely
trying to, and I'm trying to keep it low key this weekend. However, I am going. Listen, there will be some penis this weekend. Penis between us, the penis of Jesus or whatever. There's going to be some penis between us this weekend. That's what's going to happen. And so
hallelujah.
That's on my agenda because I feel like I'm just overdue at this particular point. So, and not that there wasn't any penis between us in the month of February or after, because I played Little House and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, but yes, so it's gonna be pretty low key. And
the cool thing about that, so we can tell people what we got them. We got them 2 things. The second I won't say until it actually happens. But the first thing is we got them a 50% discount card for Texas de Brazil. So every time they go to Texas de Brazil until the end of the year, whatever their bill is 50% off. And it's, Texas de Brazil is just a meal. So it's the 2 of them. So 2 meals. So you're going to get essentially 2 meals for the price of 1 every time you go until the end of the year. So I might give me a couple.
Bitch, can we just get one and split it? Like, bitch,
you can. Well, actually not. So you get 12 uses. So 12 uses on the card.
Okay.
So they could go
still,
12 times or whatever.
Yeah, but bitch,
right.
Still...
But what you can do is, let's say there was a party of 12. You can use it for multiple people at the table. You just go to Texas de Brazil You just go to Texas de Brazil's website and get one of the discount cards. It's right there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, and that gives you 50% off.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So yeah. Thor, you might.
Also, how we had that whole fucking conversation. What?
No. So this is this. So listen. Any of you all who are of a certain age, you know Aga. And bitch, it's so funny because me and my friends used to get together and we used to always have these whole conversations like, "Oh, it's my game." Bitch, I forgot half of it. And I'd be like, so I'm at this point where with a language with a lot of people where they understand it, but they just can't speak it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, like when I hear it, I know exactly what the fuck you said, but I can't conjugate my words to get it all the way together.
Yeah.
But anyway, but that's a whole other thing. I was bringing it up to say that, child, if he knew we could have this whole conversation, I could, but nobody knew what the fuck's going on. But
yeah,
anyway,
we all good.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it.
And I went to see the Batman yesterday. I went with my slave friend. I mean, you can go out to the movies when you get a man too.
Oh, that's what we're doing now? That's what we're doing. So not only did the bitch just throw me underneath the motherfucking carpet, just like I was just a used piece of tissue, to just say, fuck it, he's trash, he's garbage, I'll deal with him, I'll throw him out later on. He then wants to rub salt into the wound and just
don't want a man.
When you get a man, you could do these things. I mean, come on, like
I'm not like I'm not like you, Gloria. I need a man.
And so, Daryl, just so you know, I do not remember that you lived there, but we definitely need to hang out because there's some things I can do after work.
There is so I thought the Batman. So I went into.
Are we going to talk about this? And I haven't seen it. That's what we're doing.
I'm not going to give you the whole thing. I'm not going to tell you what happens. All I'm going to say is that I think you'll like it if you like sort of gritty crime dramas, because you're a little bit more into comics than I am. So this is Batman year 2 when he's still sort of figuring out who he is. So this story is very much
exactly Dollar Tree toilet paper that got stuck on your heel with a piece of Hubba Bubba that had been walked on and there was hair in it from the barbershop.
You gave a very good description of something I know nothing about.
Continue.
Anywho, so I thought the movie was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like the best movie I ever saw or anything like that, but it's worth your time. Is it worth the 3 hours? They could have cut like 30 minutes out and you wouldn't have lost anything. But you should definitely go see it.
So I heard that that Zoe did an okay job.
She did a pretty good job.
And so that's what I was more so concerned with. I could care less about the rest of the story because I already know what that is.
Robert Pattinson looked dirty like he always looks. So.
But the only
time he ever looked clean when he was playing the vampire on.
It's because his ass looked dead. He was pale and looked dead, like he was full of embalming fluid. That's why he was so damn white. That's what he looked like. He looked clean.
Exactly. But I think you would enjoy it. But again, we went out to dinner ahead of time. And I specifically did not drink a lot of liquids because I was like, girl, this is a 3-hour movie. So, but it was worth it. It was good.
Okay.
I would, because of work and everything, I would go on the weekends. Because
listen, I'm not trying
when I got home,
first of all, I didn't think of a movie theater in Baltimore that I want to sit in for 3 hours.
Yeah, the movie didn't start till 8:45. So by the time it was out, it was well after midnight. Okay. So, and I got home. And I went immediately to bed. Well, not immediately. I still TikToked for 20 minutes. But all right, so it is 9:00, and so
and there's Michelle. Hey,
Michelle. All right, so what we're gonna talk about? So let's hit a few things quickly. So Jennifer Hudson. I know you're not the biggest Jennifer Hudson fan. So I'm just gonna say it. You keep talking shit about my girl, Jennifer Hudson.
I am not talking shit about Jennifer Hudson. All I'm saying is when she opens her mouth,
Jennifer Hudson is my Janet Jackson.
You know what? I'll respect that. If she's your Janet Jackson, I will respect that. I will respect Effie.
So Jennifer Hudson, she is getting her own talk show the Jennifer Hudson show will air on Fox television stations this fall. Blah blah blah. I don't really know what else to say about that. That is what that is. So I mean, well, good for her.
Yeah.
So this one I thought was funny. From Madame Noir, former Bachelor contestant spent $4,400 to be a contestant just to get eliminated on the first night. So Daria Rose, who appeared on season 26 of the competition, revealed that contestants on the dating show have to cover all of their expenses to help them prepare for the show. She was sent home by Clayton Eckerd on the first night. Girl, you got sent home by a dude named Clayton.
Marcus chimed in.
What's she saying? Oh, I'll deal with her later. Don't worry about that. Don't even worry about that. Anyway, so she spent $4,000 on stunning gowns, tops, jeans, shoes, hair, and makeup. So she's a Yale law student. She spent $800 alone on casual clothes and pajamas. She's bought all of this stuff, and she said she wanted to give she wanted to highlight a diverse group of designers. The outfit she wore on the first and only night on the show was a $198 blue gown from Dress to Population and $400 white heels from Kendall Miles.
Stop. You done paid $198 for a gown and you got on $400 shoes?
That's all of those priorities sound backward to me. To be, and you don't even, and why would you do all of that? Because you're not an influencer. You're not
guaranteed.
And there's no, unless you're wearing something with some big ass label on the front, you're never going to get an opportunity to publicize that. So like this gown from Dress to Population, no one was like, oh, that's a gown from Dress to Population. You know what I'm saying? She's not like Michelle Obama, who wore like Jason Wu to whatever. So you're a contestant on the fucking Bachelor. So
and you went home on the first episode.
I just don't understand why people still put themselves through that. You're a Yale law student, but girl, apparently the smarts didn't get you together. So
I'm sorry, I did forget one crucial thing this weekend. I went with one of our brothers to go he went and bought a car. And I was there as support. He got a truck, but I was there for support, and I'm happy because he was. I don't know if he's watching the show or not, but I'm not going to say all the specific business. But I was happy because in the past 3 years, his life has gone and done a flip.
Exactly.
And another
so I'm glad
flip.
It was a brand new car. New to him.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah. So that's new enough.
And I was very happy about that. So congratulations.
Mm-hmm. So WNBA star Brittany Griner remains detained in a Russian jail more than 3 weeks after being stopped in an airport, allegedly in possession of cannabis oil.
Can we just talk about why the fuck?
I have an answer to that.
So, and I was gonna say the only thing I will say is we don't necessarily know if it was hers, number one, and if she actually had it, because there's so many different scenarios where it could have been stuck in her bag, or it may not have been been actually in her bag. Because my thing,
you know how the colors do. But I'm sure it was hers. But an answer to the question, why was she in Russia?
She's a basketball player, wasn't she? Wasn't she playing?
And so here's the thing. This is also International Women's History Month.
Shout out to my other little cousin who's doing her thing with Deloitte because in International Women's Day. But
yes.
Okay, sorry.
So it's not international, it's Women's History Month, and today or yesterday was International Women's Day.
Okay.
Because of the disparities between the NBA and the WNBA. Now, let's be clear. There are NBA players who everybody ain't LeBron James. So there are people who are second or third tier NBA players who are supplementing their income by going and playing in the Italian basketball league or whatever. Right. So that's what Brittany was doing. She was playing in the Russian league to make money because the top rated, she's like one of the top rated WNBA players, still barely makes more than like a bench rider.
Right.
In the
I think
NBA.
It's 250 or is it 125?
Yeah, so like to me and you, yeah, bitch, I'd be glad to ride the bench for like 250. But if you have trained all of your life to be an NBA star, and I did not know this, Brittany Griner's like 6'10".
Have you seen that wingspan?
So she's a huge person.
Like it's all the way out there.
So that's why
she grabs the basketball.
Right. That's why she was in Russia. So because at first I was like, what the fuck was you doing in Russia?
I didn't know
in the beginning.
But my issue is, girl, whatever you got over there, baby, you can get that here when you get back home.
That's my thing. You know, like
that's my issue.
Like not just with her, but like people that get caught on the cruise ship coming back, you know, they come back from Jamaica and they got weed and shit. And I was like, girl, is it worth it? Was it worth it? Smoke whatever the fuck you was gonna smoke.
Be as high as you want to fucking
there,
be.
But
when you get on that boat,
they can't arrest you for being high.
Right.
I mean, as long as you're not impaired.
Right.
But speaking of coming back into this country, TSA, CBP will not arrest you because they're not going to do like a drug test.
Right.
But what they are going to do is if you put it in your little medicine pill thing, and because them drug sniffing dogs they're fucking dogs.
Yep.
So you think you may have cleaned that out, but there's still traces on it. So smoke that shit. Take your cannabis oil from whoever you found it from in Russia, but don't bring that shit back home. Like you said, whatever the fuck you got there,
you can get it when you get baby, listen, and I will tell people from the start, listen, a pen here and there, I think they are great, but baby, listen, because I plan on I'm not bringing anything with me. Right. When I get there, this is what I need to find. Right. How can I find it? How much is this? Matter of fact, there are Facebook groups. You can find whatever you want on. So, baby,
right. So I mean, you know, and of course, because of everything that's going on now, it's likely that she's being used as a pawn.
Yep.
But I hate to say this, but you know,
I don't. Yeah, I already know where you're going to go. I already know where you're going to go.
The Russian government is overestimating
her value or
her value to the country as a woman,
as a political statement,
and as a black woman. Remember, there was it Chris Rock that was like when the plane they would go. No, it was either Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle when the plane was being hijacked, and it was like, we're taking all these hostages, and all the black people was like, oh well, they're not taking because you know this country ain't gonna pay no ransom for a bunch of niggas on a plane. So you think they're going to pay? And she's gay too.
Yeah, that sounds.
So
like
and you know, Russia already have a history of persecution of gays in their own country. So she's a big, huge black lesbian, and
the lesson is I'm praying for her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
hope
want
her family
nothing
gets
bad
to see her again.
Right, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I promise you, I don't.
But baby, some of these choices, I don't know.
These choices, sometimes we put ourselves in places and we make choices that could have been easily avoidable. And I am not here to tell you not to smoke your weed or take your cannabis oil, but I am here to tell you don't fly with that shit.
No, not at all. Anyway, something else that popped up. Tiana Taylor, who I absolutely love. Mm-hmm. She isn't playing any games when it comes about her reputation. I didn't know we were talking about this. One of her nicknames is Spike T. She's refuting rumors that was spread on a viral TikTok from earlier in February, which depicted her as a drug addict and accused her husband Iman of cheating on her. This all was brought to light.
Iman Shumpert he won
Dancing with the Stars.
Stars.
He won Dancing with the Stars.
They seem like a good couple.
Yeah, they seem like best friends, and they are in love with each other.
These TikTokers, just the same as the girl that got sued by Cardi B.
Yep.
I mean, these girls be thinking because don't nobody watch this, and you can say whatever. This is why we are very careful what we talk about, because we got $5 between us.
Listen. And of that $5, 27 cents is mine. So let's be clear. So he has the $4 and what is it, 73 cents? That's what
73.
That's what he got. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, so this is what happened. A TikToker used by the name of @Clash subliminally described Tiana Taylor by recreating a video calling out the mother of two that has a TV show and husband on Dancing with the Stars. After being tipped off by an assistant, Clash then accuses the celebrity of having a mental breakdown after finding out about the husband's infidelity. The assistant allegedly walked in on the singer. The assistant also allegedly walked in on the singer and in on a woman passed out in the bathroom due to overdosing on too much candy. Mm-hmm. However, the connections to Tiana Taylor were quickly made on social media as a narrative since the R&B star was hospitalized in November. Well, with the story getting all big on the internet, Tiana got on, edited her caption to her hospital bed post from November and shut down the rumors by denying any sort of overdose or being a drug addict. She said, she said, the person who sent this cap ass TikTok story is a fool. The person who reenacted this cap ass story is a fool. She better have her court coin ready. But the people who believe the cap ass story are the biggest fools. Shaking my head. She also wrote, y'all allowed a white girl to pull some shit like this during Black History Month. So
when people be saying that, like, you do this during Black History Month, like certain things are illegal.
Listen, so Tiana is definitely threatening legal action, and we'll see how that goes.
So here's my thing. One, let's say all of this is true. Let's say she did have a mental breakdown from too much candy and her husband is cheating on her. Why would you, I wouldn't take pleasure from someone's pain like that. Because this wasn't a news agency. This wasn't Entertainment Tonight and Tiana Taylor passes out from drug overdose, which is news.
Right.
This is a white girl, because I've not seen this TikTok.
Oh, I've seen the TikTok. It's funny the way she does it.
But it's still unnecessary.
It's absolutely unnecessary, but it's comical in the sense that
it's comical, but it's profiting off of people's pain.
Absolutely.
And, the need for drama and whatever. And so even if all of that stuff is true, it's already painful to find out that your husband is cheating on you, but
Absolutely.
then to have people make jokes about it. And to me, that's just weird and fucked up and unnecessary. And I hope she sues the shit out of this woman.
Listen,
because it's
it's the slander and the libel.
It's all it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I don't even know if anything's written, so I'm not sure if it was actually libel.
Well, she did a fucking video of it, and where only a fool would not know who the fuck it is. I think a lot of white people is like, who the fuck is Tiana Taylor?
Anyway. Remy Ma launches a historic all-time female battle rap league. And she has a longtime rival, not even a longtime rival, a rivalry when she first came out with her and another rapper named Lady Luck. But anyway,
really?
Yeah, like it's like they were so in the rap game, Remy Ma's lyrics are fucking amazing. Like she like
I'll take your word for it.
Hardcore. And Lady Luck is very hardcore. So they used to go back and forth. So it was kind of like I guess who can we think of? Like Kumo D and what's his name? Who used to go?
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J used to go back and forth about dumb stuff. But anyway,
yeah.
So Remy Ma has she's looking to contribute to the culture with the first ever all-female battle rap league. On February 27th, she launched Chrome 23, one of the first women's battle rap leagues, with its inaugural event, Queens Get the Money, in collaboration with Hot 97. Chrome 23 live streamed the event on their official website, and the YouTube battle card that included Yoshi G versus Prestivia, KCJ versus Official, 40 Bars versus QB Black Diamond, and Miss Hustle versus Couture. But
I
again,
have no idea.
So all of you, I don't necessarily know who
these people
they are, but it was nice because on that
you could have said blah 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 versus gobbledygook, and I'd have been like, that's gonna be an awesome battle.
But in the broadcast, there was a live stream that went on between Remy and Lady Luck, and they were able to kind of give each other their flowers as far as like.
But it was like a versus, so they weren't fighting.
No, they weren't fighting at all. They were just kind of like, I haven't seen you in so long.
And but
like,
sometimes those battles turned into battles.
But they were not.
Okay, good.
I mean, in the past, they had that type of relationship or battle type of relationship, but it kind of went real nasty. But they kind of smoothed it over. So shout out to Remy Ma, and she's also doing her thing on Queens as well. So shout out to Remy.
Okay. So I Am Legend, next chapter. Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan to star and produce together for the first time. Akiva Goldsmith's back to write. So Warner Brothers is upping the stakes on its I Am Legend franchise. I was like, franchise has been one movie.
Ciao.
So, okay. For the next chapter, it's bringing back the original star Will Smith, but also Black Panther actor Michael B. Jordan. Blah, blah, blah. Akiva Goldsmith, who is adapted Richard Matheson's 1954 novel for the original 2007 movie, is returned to pen the follow-up. he's also, if you watch Star Trek, then he does a lot of that as well. I'm kind of interested to see where that goes, because I liked I Am Legend. I thought that was a pretty good movie.
I liked I Am Legend, but I feel like it just ended. Like it wasn't like
right.
I was like,
so I like, oh, so that's the solution. Just put all of the put all of them on ice.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. So let's see. If you all remember the halftime show, there was some controversy about that from the Super Bowl. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and surprise guest 50 Cent made history when they performed at the Super Bowl. What is this?
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. And the hip hop artists have all graced the Super Bowl halftime show stage at various points across his 55-year history. This was the first year fans got to see Crip walking and a line about quote unquote still not loving police performed at the big game. Now, as the show performance went viral on Twitter, there was discussions over whether the NFL, National Football League, would and wouldn't allow what they would and wouldn't allow. Some were shocked that Dr. Dre got away with the Still Dre line about police, but Kendrick Lamar wasn't allowed to say the Popo line from All Right. Snoop was also wearing clothing the NFL considered gang-related, but apparently Jay-Z, who advised the NFL on selecting artists for major performances like the Super Bowl, told Snoop not to worry about it. Snoop added that his relationship with Jay-Z, that they love each other, not like secretly, but like publicly, we love each other, and it is what it is. So it's like for him to go to bat for us and tell the NFL, fuck that, they perform or I quit. He said that was one of the most gangster shit out of everything. And so, listen, Jay-Z is still trying to make moves and doing what he does. So shout out to Jay-Z for doing that, and that's where we are.
I mean, yay. I mean, it's good, but, you know,
yeah.
Black QBs and other Black people in the NFL are still having a hard time getting and retaining jobs and not being subjected to racist treatment. But Snoop Dogg gets to wear Crip paraphernalia on national TV. So, yay. I'm sorry. I know that I feel like I'm being the negative Nancy and the Debbie Downer.
You are.
You know, for a number of these stories.
Thank you. I didn't give you that.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's just
Debbie Downer.
It was wet blanket over top of this.
It's wet blanket. Okay,
wet,
very good. You know,
like just dripping.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Icing dripping off and everything.
So good for that. So hopefully Jay-Z will also use his influence to affect things that really, you know, matter.
You sound very
pointed. Now, I like Jay-Z. It's not that I don't like Jay-Z or anything, but I just feel like Jay-Z has gone from, you know, he's a billionaire now. So he's like operating in those circles. So he got that sort of billionaire bullshitty mentality. Is like, yeah, well, we got Snoop Dogg to perform. Yeah, but niggas are still dying from traumatic head injuries. You know, so it's like priorities.
But we don't necessarily know what, if anything, he's doing on that side as well.
Well, you should be as loud with, you know, all of that other shit
if you're
doing it.
He is not. This was from Snoop. This was from Snoop.
But he's saying he's reporting on what Jay-Z did.
Right.
Allegedly.
He's reporting on that.
I'm wet blanket. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. All right. So, and now it's time for Elocution by Epic.
So I've even said it in this show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Our word for the day is cap.
And thank you for explaining this, because I've heard it and I was like, why?
No, girl, because I work with somebody. He's like, no cap, no cap. No. I was like,
what?
I was like, what do you mean? It's like, let me go into the Google machines and figure this out.
And where did it come from?
So cap,
which
is, it's actually can be several tenses, but right now it is a verb. It's a slang, well, actually it's a noun. It's a slang meaning lie or bullshit. It's an expression that was popularized in Atlanta, Georgia, when Young Thug and Future released the track No Cap.
Thank you for setting me up. I appreciated that. Oh, no, actually, it wasn't you. It was Spesh that sent set this whole bullshit in motion. But Dominion, I thought Epic was your best friend.
Listen, Mufasa, it's okay. It's okay. I know who my friends are. I know.
Exactly.
Listen, and that's no cap. So anyway, let me finish. Okay, so it's an expression popularized in Atlanta, Georgia, when Young Thug and Future released the track "No Cap." The expression "no cap" is slang meaning no lie or for real. The expression "capper" is a slang meaning liar or faker. The expression "capping" or "capping" is slang meaning lying or faking. So use it in a sentence. Epic is capping his ass off saying he weighs 185 pounds. Now, y'all know just like I do, that's a motherfucking cap.
Because it's 190. I mean, why lie? I mean, you know, if you weigh 190, then it's 190.
See, that's what, when the message goes out, he responds.
Exactly.
It's the back signal. So that's what it is.
But that's my thing. It's like when people started saying, or when I started hearing it, because, you know, I know who Young Thug and Future are, but I've almost certainly never heard No Cap, or if I did, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm like, what does that even fucking mean?
Baby.
I understood what it means, but I was like, how do we come to the word cap?
And it's all the different tenses. It's cap,
Capping.
no cap, capping, or capping for those that are, you know, those that want to have the elocution on. It's capping as opposed to capping. Or if you're trying to just be down, it's capping.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But, you know, it's...
Or you're a capper.
It's one of those things...
You're a capper rapper? You're a rapper capper.
Are we going to...
I don't know.
We're going to keep doing this?
Okay. All right.
Is this what's going to happen?
I just put it. You're a capper rapper with an app. And it didn't work. It sounded better in my head.
Okay. We good?
Okay. Yeah.
What I was going to say is that as people of a certain age, we remember when we had slang and our parents was like, what the fuck does that even mean? There's already a word for that. And so like my initial thing was like, but why couldn't you just say lie? Why do you have to say no cap when you could just say no lie? There's always like already like an established word. And here come Tyra.
Penis of Jesus. You think so? So wait a minute.
Feature is another one. Looks like
so
he has but he looks like he has a very distinct
smell. Like it's a very listen, he might get a vodka ball wash. Like it might be necessary for that vodka ball wash.
He just looks like he's dirty to me.
I don't know, Bushi. You know, we kind of, you know, we can...
Hey, listen, you're welcome to like who you like. But he just looks dirty to me.
He gives me, he gives me very much of, he has his own table at the strip club.
Very that.
And he has like a rotating account that is always there. Like, you said Tom Ford and Murr. Quit it!
So that's that. So it's another one of those things where I'm like, I just have to accept that as one gets older, popular culture and slang and all of that sort of passes you by. But you have to allow the world to sort of carry on without being bitter about it. Because what we don't want to be is one of those old people like Statler and whatever in the thing, just commenting on life, you know, and being negative. So, but I will say it's like, why is is that the same one, the straight one that you're sort of friends with?
Yeah.
Saying no cap.
Yeah.
It's like, girl, we're in a professional setting.
We are, it's baby steps because,
but it is B-triple-C. So
it's baby steps with him because, so I not that he needs this, and because I'm
trying to mentor him.
I think I probably would like to, and so
mentor.
No, just
remember the conversation we had last week.
Oh no, there's nothing. Hey, El Teddy. Hey, Miles, what's going on? It's just literally, it would be a mentor thing for me, like literally just to mentor him, because I see that he has a lot of potential.
Right.
So,
and people don't understand. I feel like a lot of people these days, for reasons, don't understand, and they think that they have to bring whatever it is in their home life to work, or they're being a capper. Like, is that how the kids would say it? And it's not just a black thing. Yes, there is, sort of, what do you call it? When you talk one way at home and another at work.
Code switching.
Code switching. But I feel like a lot of people do that, because I know, like, my fraternity, most of my fraternity brothers are white, and the way that they talk at work versus the way they talk when we hang out is completely different. And so you just can't talk that way and just accept that there is a corporate speak.
Yes.
And there is how you talk when you with your boys or with your girls.
So Mufasa brought up a good point. Doesn't he relate well to the student? But doesn't he relate to the student body well? He can, because he is definitely more urban sounding and looking, and he's also closer to their age than I am, so that he has some advantages that way.
Yes.
And so he could very well use that to his advantage to kind of, make some record like numbers and things like that in Baltimore. However, as he gets older, we have to move away from some of that, because it's not going to go over very well at a different institution.
Yeah, because that shit is going to be cute at BCCCCCCC.
Right.
But, if you try to take that to Montgomery College or some other university, they're going to be, if you in the meeting talk about no cap, they're going to.
Well, and to be clear, he code switches when we're talking, it's like, I was like, listen, we ain't got to go through all that. He's fine, but he does code switch with our boss and all that type of stuff. So, I mean, he knows when to turn on, and I've watched him give presentations. He's good. Like, he has the potential to be good. But again, not a boo thing. Like,
I'm totally joking. But I also, when I was younger, I feel like I gravitated to older people anyway. So, like, some young person who was at or near my age would be like, yeah, you need to do this. I'd be like, but you my age, you don't know nothing. I would go to, when I was 20, when I was 19 or 20, I would go to the 50-year-old person and be like, oh, well, clearly, Mr. Epic knows what he's talking about, because he's clearly had a lot of life experience.
Ooh,
lots.
Bitch. You've had more. You've had more.
4 fucking months.
4 months is a long time, bitch. That is a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah, but that what did I learn? By the time you came around, I had just learned to roll over and hold my head up good.
See, look at you. Fast ass.
All right, kids. So let's get into this beautiful bean footage.
And we'll be right back.
That one. When I was lifting it and moving it, I got a dent in it, so I try not to even look at it.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you
gonna,
for pointing.
Listen, no, bitch, no. I need to know what I'm working with, bitch, because I don't want to walk out here and be like, yeah, bitch, you put it. Bitch,
put a dent in my.
I did what? Oh no.
You owe me 20. You owe me that 27 cents that you claim is part of. Run me my coins. Run me my coins.
So, anyway, so yes, I can do that. I can do a whole.
Yeah, we want details.
Report.
We want images. No, we don't want images.
They probably would like to give images.
Is this someone we know?
I don't know.
It's not. Yeah, you know.
I don't.
That is the good thing when people are talking about, you know, friends or whatever. The people who I'm best friends with, like just general, so you, the Bristas, all of the others, and best friend, we don't all tend to like the same kind of guys, because that, for me, that has been, it is not like I choose my friends based on the kind of guys they like. No, that's a thing. So like when we're at the club, there's never going to be like, oh, Epic and I are at the club, and I mean, yeah, theoretically we could like any two of the same dudes, but generally you and I are not going to be going for the same kind of dude. Me and Volt or Mufasa, you know.
You know what?
You know I love her.
I'm not.
You know I love her. We'll just say that she's a jack of all trades.
You know what? I have
you know I love you, girl. You know I'm just joking.
I have no. My 27 cents don't fit in that corner.
And then there I was just talking about not saying things that were mean or harmful, and here I go.
I cannot.
But yeah, so we'll expect a full penis report.
I will come back with a penis report,
and
I will come back with a penis report because there might be some new stunts and some new shit. Because I have this. I told you I have this. I'm going to participate.
Do you need to use the bell?
I'm going to participate.
So what you do is, you put the bell like right here, above his pelvic, and you go down, and every time you got to hit the bell every time.
Well,
with your forehead.
I'll have it on my stomach. He can do that.
Oh. You said this was a penis appointment. You didn't say it was a booty appointment.
It's a penis appointment because there's going to be penis between us. That's why it's a penis appointment.
Got it.
Now, will there be some penis? Will there be some DNA, some dick and ass? Yes, there will be.
Okay, very good.
There will be both.
But so what you do, if this is your, I can't use the actual thing because that'll get us put off the air. But here's the penis.
Right.
Here's the bell.
Right.
You got to go down on the penis and hit the bell every time with your nose or your forehead or some part of your body.
They're talented. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Mm-hmm. See, Tyra, rainbows. The more you know.
Listen, let me tell you something, Miles. It's DNA. It's dick and ass. So that's what it is. That's what we're doing.
Hallelujah.
And again, the more you know, shooting star.
There you go.
So
this has been fun.
Always. So
Spesh. She's messy.
What happened?
I'm not even going to say it.
No. What happened?
Look what he said. Right here. What we said earlier. It's a lot. So this bell was like $8 from Amazon. So go ahead and get you one. You're still in that newlywed status. So y'all are looking to play fun games. And Lindsay like, hey,
you did.
I got this bell.
But you got the dice and all that stuff. Didn't you get that? That was kind of like, wasn't that in like the Bachelorette package, like when you get the dice and the lick this, blow of that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can change it up. You can actually put spank and hit and plunge and whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
You can do other things.
Post-it notes.
Yeah, you could. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And actually there's a big one I saw. There's a big one that I saw. I don't know if the words are, if it's like a dry erase or whatever, but I know you can write on them.
I've not seen that one.
So, but anyway, in fact, Bougie, if I see it, I will grab that for you. So y'all have fun with that. But anyway, so as always, so you fucking with that damn shit again. Did you want to wash your hands?
I know, right?
That shit gonna be burning the shot. God, God. Well, I don't care. Get on the shirt, goddammit. I don't care about that. But anyway, so listen, you all could have spent your night anywhere. We definitely appreciate you guys spending your time with us.
Yes.
For all of our regular fans that tune in on a regular basis, we thank you all for liking and subscribing. But for those of you that are new,
subscribe,
like, share, and subscribe. Because
share, subscribe,
bang,
like, share, subscribe,
bang,
like, share, subscribe,
bang,
like, share, share.
You forgot to subscribe. I was waiting for the subscribe so I can let the boom out.
Subscribe,
Bitch.
Subscribe,
Bitch.
Subscribe, bitch.
So listen, as always, thank you all so much. And listen, we're no cap. I can't. So listen, we will see you all next week. Oh, and then something else we forgot to mention. So for those of you that have just tuned in, we don't do Drag Race that often because it's been boring.
Yeah.
I tried to watch the episode. I couldn't get through it 3 times. So fucking
I have
boring.
zero interest.
But anyway, it's not interesting. But anyway, so hopefully they'll pick back up. But we'll try to do
it's like 5,000 franchises. And then did you see the latest news that Nikki Doll is the host of Drag Race France? So I was like, that's like the only French bitch y'all know,
but she's not.
But my thing is, like, Nikki Doll had zero personality on the show. So how did she get, like, Brooklyn Heights? Yes, we understand why she was the host of Drag Race Canada. She was like very high in the competition. Yeah. She was in the top 4. Nikki Doll did not make an impression at all on that season.
Nikki Doll was there for
y'all
what,
couldn't
3
find,
weeks, 4 weeks.
Y'all couldn't find no other French bitch that y'all could get to be the host of Drag Race France.
How about what about what was it, Drag Race UK, and what about Priya and all the rest of them? Like,
I'm watching,
But I mean, they won, so I was like, why not? But anyway,
well, I guess they needed somebody that spoke French, and that was the only hoe they knew. Sure.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you all, and good night.
All right, we'll do it with this hand.